Our next guest says a trade war should be expected. Greg Valliere is Chief U.S. Policy Strategist at AGF Investments. Hi, Greg. How are you today?
Hey, Mark. Fine. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks for being with us. So, January 20th, Inauguration Day. Do you expect on that day or maybe the day after to hear about tariffs against China, the EU, Canada, et cetera? And do you expect retaliation?
Well, first of all, I think he wants to make a big splash. He's been boasting that he's going to get tough, and I think he will. So, yes, to your first question, I do think that there will be significant tariffs, at least 25% on Canada. That's number one. Number two is, I do think there will be retaliation. As you mentioned, Trudeau and others are putting together a list that for the Canadians would retaliate. So this could be a war of retribution. Back and forth, back and forth. Again, Trump wants to make a big splash. Canada's not the only country. There's potential problems with Panama, with Greenland. So we're in for a rocky stretch right now.
Do you believe the concept or the story the other day that Trump and his economic team may bring in tariffs on a graduated basis, maybe 2 to 5% a month? And if they did that, would that help with any inflationary pressure?
Well, they denied it. They denied it aggressively, but there still are rumors that there may be some changes to the program. The one thing Trump worries about is to look weak. He wants to look strong. If he sort of came up with something a little milder, he could get a lot of criticism that he backed down, which he doesn't want. So I think he probably will go for something very close to the 25%, maybe even more.
And I know it's hard to say, but how inflationary could these tariffs be in a tit-for-tat trade war? And how damaging to economies?
Well, you make a very good point. I think this is going to be a dominant issue. I don't think we've totally solved wage inflation, although we got good overall inflation numbers, as you know, this morning. But I do think that in many parts of the U.S., there's a labor shortage. So if we start doing things like expelling illegal immigrants, if we do things like tariffs, I think, yes, I think a retaliatory war in this area would lead to more inflation, absolutely.
And then at the same time, Greg, there's a lot of talk that the Republicans and the Doge team, they want to cut spending, they want to cut into the deficit and debt. Do you believe that's going to happen?
No, because it can't happen. They've been talking a good game for the last few months of how they can radically cut spending. Can't be done. The only way you radically cut spending is to cut Social Security and Medicare. And there would be an uproar in America if we tried to cut these things. So they can nibble around the edges. There can be some cut or two in spending, but the really big items that would make a difference can't be touched.